Ayan, for our next topic, we have quadratic equation. So, natapos na tayo dun sa linear equation, ito na yung kasunod. Para siyang continuation, ano? So, quadratic equation. Una, i-define muna natin ano ba yung quadratic equation. A quadratic equation is one unknown x has the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. To solve a quadratic equation means to find the values of x which satisfy the equation. In other words, the solutions or roots. A quadratic equation has two solutions or roots. Or sa madaling sabi po, pag sinabing quadratic equation, siya ay in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. At kapareho ng linear equation, nagsosolve din tayo dito ng values ng ating variable na magsasatisfy sa equation. Ang kinaibahan, di ba, pag linear equation, ang degree of polynomial niya is simply 1. Dito kay quadratic equation, ang degree of polynomial dito is 2 na. Okay, 2 na. Next, di ba, pag nakakakuha tayo ng value dun sa linear equation, ng value ng variable, isang nakukuha natin. Dito, kay linear equation, expect na we will have two solutions or two roots. Ibig sabihin, dalawa yung magiging value ng x natin. So, for example, x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So, obviously, this is an example of quadratic equation kasi as you can see, we have degree of polynomial na 2 dito. Okay? And then, applying the quadratic equation concept, makakakuha daw tayo dito ng dalawang roots. So, we will have x1 na value, tapos meron pa tayong x sub 2 na isa. Kasi nga, dalawang x, di ba, ang sabi? And yun ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Paano makakuha ng roots dito sa quadratic equation. Okay? Para sa ating methods of solving quadratic equations, we have three methods here. Una, factoring. Pangalawa ay completing the square. And pangatlo ay quadratic formula. Lahat naman yan ay hihimay-himay natin mamaya, ano? Itong factoring, medyo wala na tayong problema dyan kasi matagal na tayong nagdi-deal dyan. Dito kay completing the square tsaka quadratic formula tayo medyo bago, ano? Pero, gaya na sinabi ko, hihimay naman natin yan, ano? Unahin natin yung unang method, which is solution by factoring. Ang sabi, to solve a quadratic equation by factoring, we usually set the right side of the equation to 0, and then use the following theorem. Itong if a, b is equal to 0, then a is equal to 0, or b is equal to 0, or both are 0. So, i-demonstrate ko yan through example. Kasi mas madali siyang ipaliwanag through example. Per 1x squared is equal to 3 minus 2x. Ang gawin natin, pagsamasamahin natin siya sa isang side. Yung negative 2x magiging positive 2x na. Tapos yung positive 3 magiging negative 3. And then, wala tayong ititira dun sa kabilang side. So, therefore, 0 na yon. And then, itong part na to, itong trinomial na to, yan yung gagamitan natin ngayon ng factoring. And through the use of factoring, diba, that is simply x plus 3 times x minus 1. Okay? As you can see, nagkaroon tayo dito ng dalawang factor. We have x plus 3 and x minus 1. Yang dalawang yan, bukod natin siyang isosolve. Or sa madaling salita, pareho natin yung i-equate sa 0. Pag ginawa natin yan, this is x plus 3 is equal to 0. And then, ganun lang din dun sa kabila. This is x minus 1 is equal to 0. And then, solving for x. Ano mangyayari? This is x is equal to, sige, lagyan ko to dito ng x sub 1. So, this would be negative 3 kasi lilipat lang, di ba? Tapos, ang x sub 2 natin, this would be positive 1. So, ibig sabihin, ito na po yung ating dalawang solutions or dalawang roots. Itong number 2, tingnan natin, x plus 12 is equal to 12 all over x plus 1. Ang task natin dito is makuha pa din yung dalawang roots using the factoring method. Okay? Tapos, kung napapansin nyo, nakakita tayo dito ng denominator. So, para mawala yan, ang gawin natin, multiplyan natin both side ng x plus 1. Para mawala yung denominator. So, this would be x plus 12 quantity tapos x plus 1. Dito sa kabila, makakancel lang to, diba? So, this is only 12. And then, expand natin yung dalawang binomial. This is x squared plus x plus 12x plus 12 is equal to 12. And then as you can see, pwede na natin itong i-cancel, diba? Itong 12 tsaka 12. So, paano nangyari yon? Kasi diba, pwede naman, ditong positive 12, pag lumipat siya, magiging negative 12. And 12 minus 12 is simply 0. So, kinancel ko na lang dito para mas mabilis tayo. Next, ko-combine naman natin ito. Itong like terms. X plus 12x, that is simply 13x. So, x squared plus 13x is equal to, wala na matitira doon sa kabila, so 0. Next. So, baba lang natin to. Kaya ngayon, kung napapansin nyo, ito yung nakuha nating term. Yan yung gagamitan natin ng factoring. And ang pwedeng gamitin dyan is common monomial factor, di ba? Ilalabas natin yung x kasi common sa parehas. So, may matitirang x plus 13 is equal to 0. And then, meron ka na ngayon two terms. Isa si x, tsaka isa si x plus 13. So, ito ang ilalagay natin dito sa gilid. So, x sub 1 is simply 0. Tapos yung x plus 13, i-equate din natin sa 0. And then, solving for x number 2, this is simply negative 13. Or, isulat lang natin dito ng bukod, this is x sub 1, this is x sub 2. Ibig sabihin pa lang, x sub 1 natin ay 0, x sub 2 natin ay negative 13. Ngayon, tanong, pwede ba sila magkapalit yung x sub 1 at x sub 2? Okay lang. So, as long as ma-solve nyo, walang problema doon. Ano? Basta ang mahalaga dyan is mapalabas nyo yung dalawang roots. Okay lang magkapalit yan. Next, number 3. So, ito. Meron tayong x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. So, ito, purgang-purga na tayo dito kasi this is example of sum and difference of two squares. Kasi diba, square to, perfect square, tsaka itong 4, perfect square din. Alam na natin yan. Tapos, ito ay naka-minus pa. Okay, so, perfect clue para siya ay maging difference of two squares. So, square root both side. This is x, this is 2. Maglagay ako dito ng isang plus. Tapos yung isa, kabaliktaran or conjugate. This is x minus 2. Tapos, naka-equate sa 0. And then, solving for x sa parehas na binomial natin, equate lang natin pareho sa 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0. Tapos, pag sinolve natin yan, ang x sub 1 natin dito ay negative 2. X sub 2 natin is positive 2. So, ibig sabihin, yan na po yung ating roots or solution. Negative 2 tsaka positive 2. Tapos ito, number 4, x squared minus 2. So, parang kapareho lang nung number 3, diba? Ang gagawin natin, kukuhanin na natin sila ng both, kukuhanin natin sila parehas ng square root. Para siya ay maging sum and difference of two squares. So, this is x, this is square root of 2. Gawin ko tong plus, then yung kabila, x minus square root of 2. And then, naka-equal sa 0. So, solving, ganun pa din. Equate natin pareho sa 0. Then, this is x minus square root of 2 is equal to 0. And then, ganun lang. Paulit-ulit naman siya actually. X is equal to negative square root of 2. This is x sub 1. Tapos, ang x sub 2 naman natin, that is positive square root of 2. Or simply, square root of 2. So, ibig sabihin, yan na po ang ating x or value ng ating x. Okay? Method number 2, we have solution by completing the square. Ito naman, another method to ng pagkuha ng roots natin. Ang gagawin ko, babasahin ko muna itong 4 procedures or 4 steps, tapos i-explain ko na lang siya through the use of example, para mas magkaintindihan tayo dito. Okay, so basahin ko muna. Make sure to have a coefficient of 1 in the first term. Pangalawa, transpose the constant to the other side. Pangatlo, divide the second term by 2 and square the answer. Then add it to both sides of the equation. Pang-apat, solve for x. So medyo magulo. Ang gawin natin, explain natin siya through the use of these examples. Ang gawin natin, isosolve natin yung dalawang roots using the method of completing the square. Pero bago yon, kung napapansin natin, ang sabi kasi dun sa completing the square, bago tayo makapag-completing the square, dapat ang coefficient na nasa unahan ng x square is 1. E kung napapansin natin, 2 yan. So, ang gagawin natin, divide muna natin yung buong equation by 2. para lang makancel yung coefficient or matanggal. So, gawin natin, this is 2. So, ito ay magiging x square plus 1 half x. And then, ito ay magiging negative 3 halves na. Tapos yung 0 over 2, simply 0. And then, ang gagawin natin, itong constant, ililipat lang natin. Okay? Tatawid natin. That is 1 half x. Then, pag tumawid nga, this would be 3 halves. Tapos, sa part na to, dito tayo magko-completing the square. So, paano ba siya ginagawa? Ganito. Itong kukuhanin natin, itong constant ng second term natin, ang gagawin natin dyan, hahatiin natin yan, tapos i-square natin. So, paano? Paano yung ginagawa? Ganito po. So, kukuhanin mo yung 1 half, i-divide mo by 2, tapos yung sagot niyan, i-square mo. Diba, pwede mo siyang gawing multiplication, i-reciprocal mo lang to, tapos magiging multiplication na yan. And then, naka-square. 1 half times 1 half, that is simply 1/4. Tapos, naka-square. And then 1/4 square, that is 1 over 16. Yang nakuha nating 1 over 16, ito, i-add natin yan both side. I-add natin dito, i-add din natin dito. Okay, pag ginawa natin yon, this would be 1x plus, x square pala to, x square plus 1 half x plus, yun nga yung nakuha natin, 1 over 16 is equal to 3 halves plus 1 over 16. And then, after nyan, kung napapansin natin, di ba, ito ay example na ng perfect square trinomial. And yung perfect square trinomial na yun, pwede natin siyang i-transform into square of binomial. So, paano ba siya ginagawa? Konting recall lang ulit. Para itong perfect square trinomial, para siya ay maging square of binomial, ang gagawin lang natin is simply, kukuhanin natin tong square root ng first term, kukuhanin natin yung square root ng last term, and then we will just copy the middle term. Okay, gawin natin. Square root ng x squared, that is x. Square root ng 1 over 16, that is 1/4. Tapos, kukuhanin mo lang yung middle sign na addition. Tapos, ika-quantity square mo. So, yan, naka-perfect, or naka-square of binomial na siya. Tapos, itong 3 halves plus 1 over 16, di ba, that is 25 over 16 lang. And then, after nyan, diba, na-simplify na natin. Ang next step natin dyan is kukuhanan natin ng square root, both side. So, pag ginawa ko yan, may mag-square root tayo dito. Tapos, diba itong square root, tsaka itong square magkakancel lang. Makakancel to, tsaka ito. So, lalabas. So, this would be x plus 1/4 is equal to square root ng 25 over 16, that is positive negative 5 over 4. So, bakit ko ba nilagay na positive or negative? Kasi remember na kinukuha po natin dito ay roots. Ibig sabihin, dalawa. So, isa sa positive mamaya, isa sa negative. Okay? Para lang may idea kayo sa nangyayari. Next natin gagawin dyan is, itong constant sa kaliwa, ita-transform na natin dito. Or ililipat na natin. So, x is positive negative 5/4 minus 1/4. Dito sa part na to, dito na tayo kukuha ng roots. Okay? Pag ginawa natin, lipat ko na lang dito. Ang x sub 1 natin, kuhanin muna natin yung positive 5/4. Positive 5/4 minus 1/4. Yung x sub 2 naman natin, yun naman yung magiging negative 5/4 minus 1/4. Kaya importante na pag nag-i-square root tayo dito sa completing the square, dapat ilista natin yung positive negative kasi dun tayo kukuha ng dalawang roots. Okay? So, pag sinimplify natin yan, itong x sub 1, ito ay magiging simply 1. Kasi 5/4 minus 1/4, that is simply 1. So, ibig sabihin, ito na yung x sub 1 natin. Ito namang x sub 2, negative 5/4 minus 1/4, that is negative 3 halves. So, ibig sabihin, nakuha na natin yung roots niya. We have positive 1 tsaka negative 3 halves. Oops. Ayan. So, ganon ginagawa itong completing the square, ano? So, para mas ma-practice pa, try pa natin tong number 2. Ayan, number 2, x plus 6 over x is equal to 7. Ngayon, nakakita ka uli ng fraction. Ito, x. Ang gawin natin, cancelin ulit natin yan by multiplying x both side. Kalalabasan, x square plus makakancel yung x. Then, this would be 7x. Then, pagpapalitin lang natin ang pwesto. Itong 6 tsaka 7x, kasi nga ihiwalay natin si constant, minus 7x is equal to, magiging negative 6. And then, dito na tayo magko-completing the square. Again, paano ginagawa yon? Hahatiin mo itong coefficient ng second term and then i-square natin. So, pakita pa ulit natin, this is 7, hahatiin daw. And then, naka-square. Pag ginawa natin yan, that is simply 49 over 4. So, ito ang i-add natin both side. Okay, so gawin natin x square minus 7x plus 49 over 4 is equal to negative 6 plus 49 over 4. Kung napapansin natin, naka-form ulit tayo dito ng perfect square trinomial. And ang goal ulit natin is matransform siya into a square of binomial. So, paano siya ginagawa? Kukuhanin mo yung square nito, then copy the middle term. Okay? So, that is x. Tapos ito, pag in-square root natin, this is 7 halves. And then, ang middle term, we have minus. Tapos ito ay naka-quantity square. Is equal to negative 6 plus 49 over 4, that is 25 over 4. So, 25 over 4. Tapos kagaya ng kanina, kukuhanan lang natin ang square root both side. So, ito, kukuhanan natin, pati ito. Pag ginawa natin yan, lalabas lang, 'di ba? Yung quantity, so this would be x minus 7 halves. And then dito, pag in-square root mo yung constant, huwag kalilimutan, positive, negative. So, this is 5 halves. Kasi nga, dito tayo kukuha ng 2 terms, or ng 2 values natin. Tapos, tatranspose mo na lang yung constant dito. So, this would be positive, negative, 5 halves, plus 7 halves. Ano? Tapos, dito na tayo ngayon, kukuha ng roots natin. So, ibig sabihin pala, x sub 1 natin is simply, kuhanin muna natin yung positive 5 halves, and then plus 7 halves. Dito naman, sa x sub 2 naman, this is negative 5 halves, plus 7 halves. Pag pinerform natin yan, this would be positive 5 halves plus 7 halves, that is 12 halves. Or simply, 6. Tapos, dito naman sa pangalawa, negative 5 halves plus 7 halves, that is 2 over 2. Or simply, 1. So, ibig sabihin, 6 and positive 6 and positive 1 is our roots. Okay? Ayan, number 3. Papansin nyo, nakakita ulit kayo ng denominator. So, para mawala yan, multiplyan mo lang nung product ng dalawang denominator. That is x minus 2, x plus 2. So, makakancel yung isang x minus 2 dito. May matitirang x plus 2. Tapos, nakamultiply by 1. Dito naman sa kabila, kabaliktaran. May matitira naman dito ang x minus 2. Tapos, is equal to x minus 2 x plus 2 kasi nag-multiply by 1. And then, gagawin natin, mag-combine tayo ng like terms dito. Diba, x plus x, this is 2x. Then 2 minus 2, 0 na lang yon. Dito naman tayo gagalaw. Kung napapansin nyo, this is para shortcut. Diba kung napapansin nyo, sa amin difference of 2 squares. Alam natin, ang gagawin lang natin doon, i-square natin yung first term, i-square natin yung last term, tapos palaging minus. Ano? So, square ng first term, that is x square. Square ng last term, that is 4. And then minus. Okay? Next na gagawin natin, pagsasamahin natin yung dalawang x. So, x square minus 2x. And then, lilipat itong 4, magiging positive 4 na siya. Tapos, dito na tayo, magko-completing the square. Okay? So, gawin natin. Again, ganun lang ulit. Hahatiin mo to, tapos i-square mo. So, that is 2 all over 1 na naka-quantity square. Or this is simply equal to 1. Gets ba kung bakit naging 1? Kasi 2 over 1, that is 1. 1 squared, that is 1. Okay, so parang 4 plus 1 is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then, pag sinimplify natin to, this is 5. This is, pag ginawa natin tong square of binomial, that is simply x minus 1 quantity square. And then, kagaya lang din nung kanina, kukuha na natin ng square root both side. Pag ginawa natin yon, makakancel lang to. So, lalabas yung x minus 1. Ito ay x minus 1. And then dito, again, positive negative. Positive negative square root of 5. Tapos, dyan na tayo kukuha ngayon ng roots natin. So, lipat, sorry pala, hindi pa pala natin natatranspose itong constant. So, this is positive negative square root of 5. This is plus 1 is equal to x. Diyan na tayo ngayon kukuha ng roots nila. So, lipat ko lang to dito. Ito ay magiging x is equal to, sige, lagyan na pala natin ng subscript. X sub 1 is equal to, kuhanin natin yung positive square root of 5, then plus 1. Sa x sub 2 naman, kuhanin naman natin yung negative. That is negative square root of 5 plus 1. Tapos kung napapansin nyo, pag sinimplify pa natin yan, decimal na yan. So, ang gawin natin, para lang buo yung answer natin, pwedeng ito na yung final answer. Ano? So, x sub 1 natin, that is positive 5 plus 1. Tapos, x sub 2 natin, negative 5 plus 1. Okay? Ganun lang ginagawa itong completing the square. Ayan, para sa ating last method ng pagkuha ng roots ng quadratic equation, we have solution number 3 or method number 3, quadratic formula. Dito, formula based lang to. So, ito yung pinakamadali. Kasi, as long as sa ulo mo nga yung formula dito, makakasolve tayo dito. Ano? So, that is x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So, ang mahalaga nyo lang dito malaman is ano ba yung a, ano ba yung b, at saka ano ba yung c. So, dito ako papakilala sa example ha. So, ang tinutukoy po na a dito ay yung coefficient ng x square. So, kung napapansin nyo, ang coefficient niya is 3. So, ibig sabihin, ang a natin dito sa number 1 is simply 3. Ang tinutukoy naman na letter b dito sa formula, yun naman yung katabi nung x raised to 1. So, dito ay 5. Tapos, yung c dito, yun yung constant. Okay? Kasi diba, dito yung kinuha. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ano? A being the highest exponent or yung may katabing highest exponents, tapos yung B, yun yung sunod, tapos yung C, acting as constant. Okay? Sige, try natin dito sa number 1. Ang gawin muna natin, i-transform natin into general form. Ito nga yun. Okay? So, this is 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. And then, ang gawin natin para dire-diretso tayo mamaya sa pagsasubstitute, ilista muna natin yung A, B, tsaka C. So, A, B, C. So, ano ba ang A natin? Yung katabi ng x square, that is 3. Ang katabi ng x, that is the letter B, which is negative 5. Tapos, yung C natin, that is positive 2. Tapos, lista lang natin yung formula kanina, that is negative b plus minus square root ng b square minus 4ac all over 2a. Tapos, itong mga values na to, substitute lang natin dito sa formula. So, dito kay quadratic formula, madali lang kasi pag na-identify mo yung ABC, literal na isa-substitute mo lang doon sa formula. So, negative times negative 5, tapos plus minus square root ng yung b square natin, that is negative 5 square, that is simply 25. Minus 4 times ang a natin, that is 3. Ang c natin, that is 2. All over, sige, guhitan ko ng maayos. All over, 2a. Ang 2a natin, that is 2 times 3. Burahin ko lang to. And then, simplifying further, this is simply positive 5 plus square root ng yung 25 minus, simplify natin to, this is negative 4 times 3, negative 12, times 2, that is negative 24. All over, simplify na rin natin tong baba, positive negative pala to. So, guhitan ko lang. So, this is simply 6. Tapos, is equal to 5 plus or plus minus 25 minus 24, that is 1. Square root of 1, that is simply 1. All over 6. Tapos, dyan na tayo kukuha ngayon ng roots natin. Pag ginawa natin yan, this is simply equal to ang x sub 1 natin ay simply 5 plus 1 all over 6. Or simplifying further, pero sige, lista muna natin yung sa x sub 2 para sabay natin siyang makukuha. Sa x sub 2 naman, this is 5 minus 1 all over 6. Simplifying further, this is 5 plus 1, that is 6, divided by 6, simply 1. X sub 1 pala to. Simply 1. Tapos, kay x sub 2 naman, 5 minus 1, that is 4, divided by 6, that is 2/3. So, ibig sabihin, ito na po yung ating roots. We have 1 tsaka 2/3. Okay, ganyan lang dito kay quadratic formula. Basta sa ulo mo yung formula, substitute lang. Ano? Ito, number 2. Try natin. So, ganun lang ulit. I-transform mo muna into general form. 4x squared minus 29x minus 24. Then, naka-equate kay 0. Tapos, lista lang ulit natin si A, si B, tsaka si C. So, we have 4, we have negative 29, and we have negative 24. Tapos, hindi na natin lilista yung formula kasi medyo mahaba yun. So, x is equal to, gawin natin, guhitan ko muna to. Diba doon sa formula natin, negative b yun. So, lalagay ko dito, negative, tapos yung letter b natin, that is negative 29, tapos ito ay plus minus, square root ng, ang 29 squared, that is 841, minus 4ac. Ano ba ang letter E natin? Diba ang letter E natin, that is 4. Ang C natin, that is negative 24. All over 2A. So, 2 times 4. Pag sinimplify natin yan, guhitan ko muna to. Ayan. So, this is simply 29 plus minus square root ng, pag sinimplify natin tong loob, this is 841. And then ito, pag sinimplify natin, ito ay 384. Positive na, kasi negative times negative yon. 384. Then itong baba, 2 times 4, that is simply 8. Ayan. Tapos, simplify ko pa yung loob ng radical. Waitan ko lang. So, this is 29 plus minus square root ng 841 plus 384, diba that is 1,225 all over 8. And then, square root pa ng 1,225, that is 35. Plus minus, wala na palang square root. That is 35 all over 8. Ngayon, dyan na tayo kukuha ng ating roots. So, ilagay ko lang dito sa gilid. Ang mangyayari ay simply yung x sub 1, that is 29, kuhanin ko muna yung plus. This is 35 all over 8. For our second term naman, or x sub 2, meron naman tayong x sub 2 is equal to 29 naman, minus naman dito. Tapos this would be 35 all over 8. Then simplifying further, sabay natin yung makukuha. 29 plus 35, that is 64 all over 8. And x sub 1 natin here is simply 8. Meanwhile, kay x sub 2 naman, 29 minus 35, that is negative 6, diba? Tapos naka-over 8 pa siya. Tapos, pag sinimplify natin yan, negative 6 over 8, that is negative 3/4. So, ibig sabihin pala, ito yung ating dalawang solution or dalawang values ng x. Okay? Last example para sa ating topic ngayon. So, nasan yun? Ito. So, isud ko lang. Ayan. So, dito naman, nabigyan naman tayo ng x square is equal to x minus 1. So, dito, ganun lang ulit. Iaayos mo siya into standard form is equal to 0. Tapos, lista-lista lang ulit. A, B, C. So, we have 1. Dito ay negative 1. Dito ay positive 1. And then, sasalpak natin doon sa formula. So, that is, pag ginawa natin, negative B. So, ito ay negative 1. Tapos, plus minus, square root ng B square. Diba ang B square? Negative 1 square, that is simply 1. Minus 4 times AC. So, that is 4 times 1 times 1. All over 2A or 2 times 1. Simplifying further, ito ay magiging positive 1 plus minus square root ng 1 minus 4 all over 2. Or simply, pag i-simplify pa natin yung baba, ay yung loob ng radical, diba, that is 1 plus minus, this is negative 3 all over 2. Ngayon, dito kung napapansin nyo, diba, itong nasa loob ng radical natin ay negative 3 or negative value sa madaling salita. Pag nangyari ay ganon, magiging imaginary po yung ating number. So, this is 1 plus minus. Kasi papakita ko to ha. Yan kasi, parang ganito ang ibig sabihin yan. This is negative multiply by square root of 3. Ganyan niya pagka in-split natin yung radical, di ba? And square root of negative nga, gaya nga nasabi ko, that is imaginary. Square root of 3. Or i-arrange ko lang, that is negative 3, imaginary. So, ganyan yung magiging sagot natin dito. So, this is square root of 3, imaginary. All over 2. Tapos, by that, dyan na tayo kukuha ng ating roots. Okay? So, this is x sub 1 is equal to, kuhanin ko muna yung plus, square root of 3 imaginary, all over 2. And then, next ay x sub 2. We have 1 minus naman, square root of 3 imaginary, all over 2. Kapag nangyaring ganyan, okay lang yan. Ibig sabihin lang yan, gusto lang sabihin sa atin ng calculations natin is that walang real number na solution para doon sa ating equation. Ganun lang yan, ibig sabihin ng imaginary. So, ayan. Yun, para sa topic natin ngayon, medyo mahaba siya, no? Kasi 3 method yung ating ginamit para sa pagkuha ng roots ng ating quadratic equation. Medyo mahaba talaga to itong quadratic equation. Ang mahalaga lang dito is mastery natin yung 3 methods. So, wag tayo mamimili na isa lang ang mamastery natin, 2 lang. Mas mahalaga pa rin na alam natin tong 3 kasi lahat yan may kanya-kanyang gamit. So, ayun lang naman para din sa quadratic equation. Thank you.